Hello my wonderful viewers, welcome to my platform. This is LYNDA'S TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this channel and you like what you see after watching, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notification. In that way you'll be able to get notified each time I upload a new video, even those without notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, international and local. Every Saturday by 2 p.m. we have our interaction section. You are free to call in to air your opinion about the happenings in our society. Invite your friends, share my videos with your families and colleagues. Do not keep this information to yourself. Myself, I will be sitting down here to watch this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section and leave our comment, our opinion about the video we watch constructively as we watch this video, my people.
Every politician in the land of Biafra must be stopped of their political functioning. And I believe that the leadership of this struggle, which is the DOS, we adopt this thing and this idea and let us ask them that they should do the needful, because we put them there for them to represent us. No political or politician who are there by himself, although they have been there for themselves, they haven't been there for the people, but we are going to tell them the time to compile them to their original duty has come, and this is the time to do so. We are going to serve them paper, serve them notice what the people want, and I believe that none of Biafrans back home that enough is enough, and it is time we should urge them to use their political arena to caution their Fulani political colleagues in Nigeria to stop with immediate effect abducting our people, because they have not done anything wrong. A demand for referendum, a demand for freedom is our fundamental right, which must not be breached or stopped by anybody. And I want to call out to all the Imo State indigenes, both home and abroad. Imo State indigenes in America, in Asia, in Europe, in Oceania, in Australia, wherever they are, in South America, I want to ask them to stand up and let their voice to be heard, because unbearable things are going on in agenda in our land. Part of the place also in that very Imo State territory, where scores of people were killed. And I am calling on everyone, wherever you are, if you know you are from Imo State, I want every union in Imo State, in abroad, to summon their people together and discuss the way forward to stop this blood-sucking demon called Hope Uzodinma from slaughtering the Imo State people. And because the land of Biafra is our land, The land of Biafra is our land, and we are from one father and one mother. And when it happens to A, it happens also to B. And we must not play ignorant on what is going on in Imo State. Disastrous things are going on in Imo State. Men and women are being killed per hour and per minute. And this must not continue. We will not allow Hope Uzodinma to continue slaughtering our people just to please his masters in the north. It cannot happen. We must also learn from a history what have not turned into, and we must not allow our land to turn into such chaos territory as north has been. Because what is it today happened in the north, what is going on in the north today, was the program by the politicians themselves. What they cook, the food they cook today, are being served for them to eat, and they are running away from eating the food which they themselves gather together and organize the ingredient. Because the terrorism that is ravaging the North Territory is caused by the politicians, by Fulani politicians, and today it is down on them. And when we are warning them, they were there playing, ignorant, for knowing that they thought that is the only political solution they can use to dominate others. But today, they are nowhere to be found. They are running away from their own land. And we must not allow an individual to cause us to be running away from our land. We cannot afford to abandon our land for a disaster. It's not going to happen. All the Abia State indigenes home in abroad, please put yourselves together and call a powerful union and come together and present something very, very meaningful, so that Hope Uzodinma, either he step out of that Imo State house of power, the coastal house, he must live there, because that place does not mean for a traitors like him. And I must call on all the traditional rulers in Biafra territory to pull themselves together and go for the release of our girls, which DSS have been abducted illegally in our land. And Adan Soka, Ada Biafra must be released immediately without any delay. And Adara must be released immediately without any delay. The husband and wife of Ofedi must be released immediately without any delay. It is time we compile our traditional ruler to work, because their characters and the attitude, or their silence, also is a sign of conspiracy, and we must not tolerate or entertain such characters anymore in our land. We must all be, everybody in our land must be checkmate by now, because to know the activities which are nowhere they belong to. What we are saying is, the politician from our various states in Biafra land, I mean the State House of Assembly members, they should begin to make a bill for referendum for the people of Biafra. As they finish from the state, they will not serve those in the federal level. What the people of Biafra want, let them call for referendum, let everybody come out and exercise their right to choose where they belong. If those who choose to belong with the Fulanis, they are welcome. They will pack their load and relocate to the north and be with the Fulanis. But those who want to be with good conscious people, people who love development, and people who love life, and people who love the good thing, and people who love who have the value of life, they can as well belong with us, because that is where I belong. I belong to this particular race that love life. I belong to this particular race that have value for human life. That is where I belong, and that is where, by the special grace of God, when these are called, that is where I'm going to vote. So I have chosen the path that I'm going to vote. I will never vote to a place where cows are more valuable than human beings. So this is not the time to be coming on media to be gossiping. We have passed the stage of gossiping. We have treated the demons who promised Nigeria government that they are going to bring the foundation of IPOB down. I believe by now, those bona fide Biafrans who knows what they want, who are genuinely freedom fighters, have known the stand of this demon. Because if you by now you are still confused about which direction are these people going to, you should know that you have a mental problem. It's simple like that. You should know that you have a mental problem if you don't know where these people are going to, because the written on the board is very, very clear to everybody now. Before, it wasn't clear. People were confused. Where is this? Is it by the side of freedom, or is it against the freedom? Now everybody have known that they are against this freedom, and they are among the people who sold our leader. And for the issue, I'm going to treat the issue of Professor Lumumba of Kenya, which they also want to include in our Lego team. I want to say something very, very bold and very, very straight here. You see, every IPOB member, indigenous people of Biafra, the people that have the blood of Biafra in them, we understand that there is no way we will allow our enemy to introduce a defense for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It's very simple as that. I don't want to go into details. So those who can use their tongue to count their teeth have known where I stand. There is no way, I repeat, there is no way an enemy who involved in selling Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and receive money and continue making it open to today, we come and become the part and parcel of people who introduce a defense to the man they sold. It is abomination. It is abomination. Stop causing this confusion. Stop belonging to the group of confused people on media. It is not necessary. It is not necessary. DOS is Kanu, Kanu is DOS, and Kanu is IPOB. They know what they are doing. They are men and women of integrity, men and women of understanding and wisdom. We should be very careful how we allow fraudsters to be toasting your brain up and down. By now, and what you have learned from our leaders so far, you should have been a very, very dipping yourself in a very deep thinking, or adopt what I call deep thinking faculties by this time around. We will not, there is no way IPOB will allow. Professor Lumumba is a very good man. He's a man that stands on the paths of truth. But the problem here is the enemy who sold our leader must be put to blind. The enemy who sold our leaders must be blind for now. They must be blind for now. Thank God that DOS are following the demand and the mind, are reading the mind of the hardcore IPOBs. I said something few weeks ago, and they are applying it. I say everything that concerning the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the progress of this journey of freedom should be put secret for now. Everything should be put secret for now. Even, I believe, as soon as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, which I know in no distance time is going to come out, you will watch him and see how he's going to change the narrative of this struggle. You watch him and you will notice something. Not everything will be put on public or media anymore, so that we will not be giving our enemy chances to speak. We must put the enemies to blind, so that when they come out to speak, they will be speaking nonsense. Because enemies are very, very smart. They are very smart. As soon as you put it there, they grab a point there, they go to they run to their master and say, please don't put me to shame. Don't allow this to happen. We knew what they want. Because recently, the IPOB leadership, which DOS have chosen to put them to blindfold them completely, so that they will be in a disastrous state of mind. And now they have tried to outsmart themselves to come into the Lego team defense of Mazen and the can, so that because as soon as they bring in the man. Now, let me tell you an example why IPOB will reject the man inclusive totally. Now, let me tell you something. Let's assume I'm involved in a crime and I choose to bring a police officer that will join the team to investigate that crime. What do I want? What makes me include another police officer which will be on my side is to get information on the level where the other genuine police officers are being investigated, the level where they have reached in investigation. And as soon as he's continue giving me feedback, then I will be arranging myself, I will be preparing myself for a possible escape. Do you understand me? So this group of criminals who has no shame, ESN name to raise fund has fallen, because the real Biafrans are not ready to even give them one kobo anymore, because they have collapsed themselves. These people went ahead to use our leader's wife name. This is the highest insult that Biafrans has received in this 21st century. Include the woman's name as the woman is in need. Now I ask, all these men and women who engages in this character, I want to ask them, is there any of them who receive a meaningful salary more than Mazen Nandekano's wife? Mazen Nandekano's wife is a woman of career, and I believe there's none of them that can receive amount of salary that that woman is receiving where she works. So how can you raise money for somebody who can feed you, somebody who can feed your family, somebody who can feed you completely well in a month? Let me not talk about years. In a month, you want to raise a fund for somebody who is better than you 100-fold. It's an insult. This is where their criminality have landed them. But thank God that those who they are confusing, they are regaining their brain, they are coming back to their senses. So I want to urge every other Biafran media warriors, let us embark in a campaign for referendum and allow these people who have chosen to destroy and perish themselves, to allow them to go to hell and go and fall into the pit, because they are irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. They are nobody. They have come to fulfill what they want to come to fulfill, and that thing they came to do has backfired them. That is what they assigned them for. They did not succeed, because what makes me always thank God, Chukokika Abiyama, is that the original plan was not carried out. Because if that original plan carried out, by now, what the challenges we are seeing today could have been in another level. The challenges we are seeing today could have been in another level. All the lies they put together earlier, because as soon as they began that plan, they already have their manifesto, how they are going to move and how they are going to move and swap everybody and put everybody in confusion. Then hijack the struggle and hand it over to Nigeria government. But the original plan did not work. The original plan was that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be killed in Kenya. But who sent him, guided and protected him from that area? In other way, to give the Biafrans hope. So I urge everyone who are trying their best on media to embark on campaign for referendum, starting from our various states, House of Assembly members. Then from there it will extend to Igwes, the traditional rulers. From there it will extend to religious leaders in our land, where the paper will be served to them. Then before anything in their Sunday sermon, they will make the demand in their congregation, and the congregation, what we want to know from the congregation, as soon as the man in charge of the altar read out the demand of our demand, including him himself, will need a referendum. I don't think that any man with his senses will ever not demand for referendum with what is going on in the zoo. So they will read it out, and their members will support them. Then we will ask those in federal level that the duty they should be representing us with is what we want, and that which we want is referendum. We must allow to exercise our fundamental right through referendum. Very simple. We are not going to be forced into submission to be in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. We cannot be a country that have never worked since over 60 years. No single development for over 60 years. Is it now that country is going to work? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So everyone must choose where he or she must belong, because it is our right to do so. So I ask all the IPOB members all over the world to try and lay this trade far. We must begin to demand for referendum. As we continue to demand for referendum as well, we continue to pressurize them for the release of our leader, because our leader has never engaged or committed any crime. What is a freedom fighter who have come to speak for his people, who have come to stand for his people, to liberate his people from danger that is coming to that disastrous nation. And with his great love towards his people, he chose not to keep silent and his people perish. And nobody with a good conscience will ever see his people heading towards destruction that will not intervene. And that's exactly what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have done. So we all must put our head together, put our effort together to push more for his release. DOS, they are working. They are not sleeping. Those who tell you that DOS are not working, DOS are not media ranters. You don't expect them to come on media to be ranting like we do. Their work is always secret and progressive as well. So they owe you no duty to come on media to be ranting. No, that is not what that department is meant for. That department, they are decision-making department. So those who are pushing you around want them to come online to be ranting like Lion Man, to be ranting like every other media warrior. Tell them they are stupid. You tell them, you lecture them, you tell them what they want to hear. Teach them their boundary, because everybody must know his or her boundary. Any man who does not know where his or her boundary get to is heading towards destruction. And for those who have vowed, you will see how God is going to disgrace them. Who have vowed to destroy this foundation, God is going to disgrace them in a big time, because this struggle is divinely established, and nobody, no man or woman born of a woman can collapse this struggle. It's not possible. They have tried. It didn't start today. This had happened in 2015 to 16. Now it's happening again, and IPOB remain very, very solid to tell you it is God.
Thank you so much for watching this video together with me. Like I said before, if it is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel and you like what I do, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, leave your comment in the comment section. You are free to criticize, but let us do it always constructively. Remain blessed. I appreciate your massive support, and I love and cherish each and every one of you. Until I meet you again in my next video, for now we say bye-bye.